We have some breaking news to share. This in the COVID pandemic. A federal judge has temporarily blocked New York City schools from enforcing a vaccine mandate for those teachers days before it was set to begin. City officials say they expected the review and ruling to take place soon. They anticipate that the mandate will ultimately be upheld. But it comes as a new phase in the vaccination drive is underway across the country. Booster shots are going into the arms of certain Americans this weekend, but there are questions and there's some confusion that remains around all of it. Let's go to NBC's Kathy Park here in New York City, who's tasked with straightening it all out for us. Okay, Kathy, from you, the process, let's talk about that, the concerns about the confusion out there, and what do you know about this breaking news as well? Just came down a couple hours ago that apparently teachers, at least at this point, do not have to be vaccinated before getting back into class.
Hey, Alex, good afternoon. Yeah, there is certainly a lot to unpack, and I will start with just the booster rollout. And obviously, that was a big turning point, and health officials are saying that more than 20 million Americans are now cleared to receive a Pfizer booster. And we're standing in front of a CVS pharmacy, and nearly 6,000 CVS pharmacies across the country are now accepting appointments to administer these Pfizer boosters, and several other major pharmacies are also doing the same thing. But as far as that confusion, you know, up until this point, there was a lot of back and forth when it comes to boosters. And it was just punctuated just the other day with the CDC director, Rochelle Walensky, breaking from the CDC advisory guidance and expanding the eligibility list for people who are qualified moving forward to receive these boosters. And now this includes people who are on the front lines and who are at higher risk of catching the virus. So this includes healthcare workers as well as teachers. Here is a little bit more about her defending that decision. Take a listen.
Many of our frontline workers, essential workers, and those in congregate settings come from communities that have already been hardest hit. Withholding access for boosters from these people and communities would only worsen the inequities that I have committed to fight against.
And Alex, you know, you talked about some of the developing news coming out of New York. There are a couple of things. So on Monday, there is a looming deadline for healthcare workers to receive at least one dose of the vaccine. And right now, there are thousands of healthcare workers who still haven't been vaccinated. So the concern is that there will be a potential shortage at a lot of hospitals. And Governor Kathy Hochul issued a statement saying that she is prepared in case there is an issue this week. She has notified members of the National Guard who have medical backgrounds to help. If needed, also people from out of state with those medical backgrounds to help and fill the void if needed. But you also mentioned here in New York City, the federal judge blocked the mandate and enforcing that mandate for teachers to be vaccinated. And obviously that was extremely contentious leading up to now. And earlier this morning, we assumed there would be that deadline for teachers to receive that one dose of the vaccine, or essentially not receive a paycheck come Tuesday morning. And as you mentioned, you know, city officials are still kind of reviewing this information. They hope to hash everything out this weekend, but it remains to be seen if they will get to any sort of conclusion by Monday. But they hope to enforce this mandate moving forward, they say, at some point this week, Alex.
Wow. Exclamation point behind what you said, which is there's a lot to unpack. Thank you so much for doing that for us, Kathy Park.